Hey everybody, how's it going? Well, we made it through the week, didn't we?
Now it's
Hey,
time to
Tugboat.
cool down.
Hey Alpha Llama Llama. Hey Keith. How's everybody doing? Hey Dylan. Hey Carrie. Yeah, dang, I just saw that Tony Todd passed away. He was the Candyman among hundreds of other roles. A great, really cool actor. Yeah, Tugboat, floor's still busted. We're still waiting on insurance to get back to us about how much they're going to cover, or if they're going to cover it, I guess. Although they are covering the abatement, which is the guys who came out and like tore the floor up and dried it out. But it's a hell show in there, man. That poor studio. Best studio I ever had. Right now, it's like a hell
We'll
mouth.
have it again.
It'll
It
come
is
back
like a
better,
hell mouth, yeah.
better and stronger and faster than ever before. There must be a hell girl and a heaven girl. Yep, makes sense. Hey, Stacy. Trying to shine that positive light. Kinda.
We're trying.
We're trying. It's been a rough week.
Yep.
This election did not make me feel good.
Oh my gosh,
be
your
painted
office
red?
being painted red?
No.
Ooh.
I would really like to get some color in there, but I really hate, like, I
It would
worry
color your
about the
page.
color, the light, like, the tinting the light in there too much.
Yep.
Painting it red would make it faster. Yeah, totally. So I am, like, not in the mood at all to draw tonight. All week, just drawing has been just a fucking nightmare. It's been like pulling teeth. But on Monday, we did pop into a bookstore, and I grabbed a bunch of $1 comics.
Hi, Mark.
Hey, Mark. Harrow County wallpaper.
We did
We
talk
have talked
about
about
doing a
doing-
mural in our
Or those
in our
photo
entryway.
wallpapers.
Oh, yeah.
That could be really fun, actually.
Yeah, it would.
So anyway, I thought we'd go through some of the comics I got this week. Because I haven't read any of these, but I did get some that I'm kind of excited about. Like, this thing is incredible. This is like classic 90s bullshit cover thing.
Is the character's name Armor?
I believe so.
Armor.
The thing that isn't going to show up on camera, maybe I can get it to show up, is that it's embossed.
Oh.
You can kind of see, like, right up here, it's like a little bit bumpy. And it's like this really weird, well, it's not weird, but it's just a matte, like a matte paper, which is really cool. It's not embossed on the back, though, which is kind of weird.
It's got to lay flat.
Yeah. But this is like Continuity Comics was just one of those that came
Comics.
and they would sell 1 million copies of these comics, and then you'd never hear from them again.
Oh, wow. How much did you pay for this comic?
I paid $1, US dollar.
That is, it decreased in value. Did not increase in value.
Yeah, what was the cover price on this?
$250.
$250. Dang.
Yeah, that seems like a lot. What year was this?
93.
Yeah, that's a lot
for 93. This the coloring in this is really interesting though. Like, I think so this is like clearly a blue line coloring process.
How can you tell?
You can tell because there will lots of times be just a little bit of a halo around some of the black lines. Like, they clear it out. I can't zoom in any further. So they clear out the text once after they like photographed this to make film. So this was like this is not digitally colored, but they would photograph it to make the film, from which they would make the printing plates, and they would go in and in the text balloon, like in the balloons, they would take away everything except for the black plate, so everything else would be white. But if you look at some of the like balloon shapes, you can see that little bit of the halo of the blue line where the black and the blue line did not match up exactly right. But it was also like clearly airbrushed, which just sounds like a nightmare.
Like it
You'd
would
be
have been done
cutting.
by hand if it was done.
Oh, and in fact, you can kind of
Wasn't digital.
see, like they would have to be cutting friskets for
Oh, yeah.
everything, and it kind of looks like it. You can kind of see like the friskets didn't match up here around this balloon. There's a little bit of a white halo, and that's not like that's much bigger than the like out of registration of the CMYK colors. And also this looks like there's a little bit of white dots right there that look kind of like the frisket was cut poorly.
Seth asks, is it just me, or have comic gutters shrunk over the years from the 90s to now?
I think it depends, you know? Like, I remember, well, like, we can compare. So here is another book I got. This is a Thor book. And the lines look significantly thinner in this Thor comic, even though this is older. This is 84, so this is almost 10 years. The Thor came out almost 10 years before Armor. Armor! And then here's a 70s book. I got the comic adaptation of She with the $1 price tag still on it. It doubled in value. Good investment. So where's like a good... Like these panel borders are even just a little bit smaller. So it feels like... I think this Armor comic is just sort of unusually thick. Dylan, you like the yellow newsprint? It's such a like a... It's one of the things about reprints is when they recolor them, so often they'll be like, they'll look at a section of color like the red and orange here, and they're like, okay, well, we know that this is like 100% yellow, 100% magenta. And then they'll do the orange, and they're like, okay, we know this is 100% yellow, 50% magenta. But when you print it on like glossy white, like perfectly white paper, it's a completely different color. And it always just looks garish. But newsprint was just so forgiving with some of these colors, where it sort of muted them enough that they feel cohesive.
If y'all can hear Tibbs licking, let me know, and I will kick her off my lap.
Oh, Mark says that the gutters on Sixth Gun that Brian Hurt drew, the gutters got smaller over time. That's interesting. Yeah, Alpha Llama Llama. I think the gutter size definitely depends on the artist. Lots of times, like in the case of Thor, I'm pretty sure that John Workman, the letterer, did most of the panel borders also.
Like after the fact, after
No,
the drawing?
beforehand. Like I think
Oh,
Simonson would pencil everything and then send it off to be lettered, and it'd be lettered, and they'd do the panel borders, and then Simonson would ink after that.
oh.
But these colors are not especially good. The art's pretty good. It's like somebody who's the artist on this.
More Tibbs, not less.
I don't know. Oh, here it is. Sal Valletto is the penciler, and Del Barras is the inks. And colored by Tom Roberts. Letters by Gail Beckett. And the cover by Michael Golden and Corey. I know Michael Golden, but who's Corey?
Jerkweed. Eat my boot, jerkweed. That's hard to say. Eat my boot, jerkweed.
Mario Brothers was in a
Yeah, there's
Atari?
an ad in one of the...
Oh, was that like a...
It was like inside the cover, I think. Because it was brightly colored and shiny. Of one of the comics.
It must have been in Thor? Oh yeah, look at that. Atari presents Mario Brothers for the Atari 2600. Whoa, trip out. I had no recollection of that. It's not Donkey Kong though. It's like definitely another game that's got Mario and Luigi. Wait, is that even Luigi? Who is this person? There's Mario, this little guy.
The green hat is Luigi, normally.
Mark says he likes the 3mm for vertical gutters between the panels and 5 for horizontal gutters. Yeah, I've been actually meaning to start doing that with my books, and I always
Really?
forget. And
Like what?
That's something I have to set up when I'm penciling. It's a sort of a...
You need to get 3mm tape and 5mm tape.
Yeah, I have 3mm, what I use for all of my panel borders. That's what this stuff is. 1/8 inch, 3mm, like almost the exact same thing. So this stuff. So this is what I mask my panel borders with lately. And I don't know if they make like 5mm of that stuff, but I like that. I like that. That's like a manga thing where that'll the horizontal tiers have a little bit greater gap between them, which
Yeah.
I think is a nice little
It
thing
helps
for
readability?
Exactly. Something's coming up the plumbings. Poor Luigi's in a bind. Killer turtles out to get him. Yep. Oh man, they aren't even like Koopas yet. Giant crabs are right behind. Fighter flies. Holy cripes. They're all coming out of the pipes. Mario, where are you? Mario, where are you? That's my Luigi voice is like the same as my vampire voice. Mario. God, you know something I didn't ever appreciate until I got the Thor artist edition is how thick his lines are, and it's something I came up with the looking at the Musicali Batman Year One. It's like they're definitely lines that were designed. They're like marks that are designed to work on newsprint, which is, I think, really cool. Like nowadays, you can kind of do anything on the super nice glossy paper that we use nowadays, but it's just really cool to see like artists drawing for reproduction.
Oh my gosh, is that where the diamond ads started? Is in comics, and then
Oh my gosh.
the diamond ad you passed
Yeah, I got
looked
it up
like
again.
it reads like the ads on TV.
The like, he went to Jared or whatever.
Yeah, that one.
This one's interesting. This is military diamond sales,
What
which
does that
definitely
mean?
sounds like their business was like getting people who were about to ship off to get married,
that
sort of a
guy.
thing.
Wow.
Man, this is something I kind of miss.
Hi, Emma.
And it's a silly thing, um, but dang, like these little ads that are just like, it's like Captain America 177 through 188. It's like, what are we supposed to do with this? We're supposed to call them up? These are the comics that are $1 each. Is this?
Oh my gosh.
And it's like, yeah, it's just so funny because I can totally imagine there's some comic shop owner somewhere in Canada, in Winnipeg, and they got their typewriter out and they just typed all of this up and mailed it in to Marvel, and we're like, here's my photo ready art for the ad.
Oh my gosh.
It's so great. But of course, like when I was, 9 years old, I would read these like I was reading the stock ticker and be like, oh my, X-Men number 42 is $2.
I cannot even read that. And I'm
Yeah,
free.
it's like, even in real life, it's really difficult to read. But you know what? Now you can wear the same shirt the stuntmen wear on the set. That's really good. This panel is like, actually there's a couple panels on this page that are particularly good. Just these two that aren't colored are beautiful. When I first saw, what's that guy's name? He's got a million of his books over here. Topi. When I first saw Topi's stuff, Simonson's work seemed to make way more sense. Like you could see I could finally see where he got a lot of his inspiration for the way he renders and works out his shapes.
Hi, Bovie.
So what else do we got? We got She. This is kind of crappy. This is the only one that I've started to read, and it's just an adaptation of the movie, or I guess it's an adaptation of the book, but they also made a movie. Oh yeah, adapted from the classic novel by H. Rider Haggard. But I thought this was interesting because it was, like, I don't know if I'd ever seen the all-new Marvel Classic Comics line. And it's just funny the way it's like, the branding on this was funny.
When you were talking about Topi, were you talking about Sergio Topi?
Yes.
Okay. Dylan asked.
You could probably do a whole episode on old comics advertisement spots. The Hostess Fruit Pies Twinkie ads alone would be fun.
That would be
agree.
fun.
I love comic book ads, to be honest. Like, this one actually, 52 pages, no ads.
What?
Yeah, for 50 cents. What a great deal. So this is a good one. I just sort of pick up anytime I see a Timothy Truman comic, I grab it. But I have not ever. I need to like make a point of hunting down some of his books, like collector style, instead of just picking up randomly out of dollar bins. But man, I love this dude's art. It's got a little bit of that, I don't know what you'd call it, not quite primitive thing to it. Like the way he poses figures is often like this, where it's like very straight on. But it's great. He just does these like awesome, like weirdo characters. Like the guy picking his nose here.
Apparently, Dylan says that they have his tarot deck.
Oh, interesting.
Primordial Tarot.
That's awesome. Seeing all the weight muscle gain ads in old comics crack me up every time. No joke. Like the amount of people who needed to get swole in comics is ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know, it's interesting too, like just seeing not only that, but the ads change. Like you can tell that they get younger because like in the 70s the ads were like you know how to get like your architecture degree or your drafting degree through the mail and stuff. And then by the end of the 80s, the ads are like bubble, yeah, double bubble and stuff like that.
Read Marks.
I'm suddenly realizing the Unbelievable Unteens would have been such a great book to have in-universe. Oh my God, in-universe comics ads from '97. Yeah, that would have been amazing, actually. Actually, he could do that with, like any Black Hammer could do that, because there's so many that like really focus on different time periods.
Yeah.
But this is cool. Like I got this whole pinup section in the back here, and we got some like Steve Bissette stuff. Interestingly, the inventor or the co-inventor of 24-Hour Comic Book Day. He was, the story I heard was that he was talking to Scott McCloud and was like talking about how he couldn't finish anything anymore and all of his work was taking way too long, and they sort of hatched the idea to do a single comic in 24 hours as a way to kickstart his creativity or whatever.
I wonder if it worked and how long he was able to keep it up.
He did a couple of them, I know. Guitar Man and the New Disciples. Look at this guy, like, wailing on his sax.
Because saxophones are very punk rock.
Yeah, yeah. Very post-apocalyptic.
Mm-hmm.
The Scout by Tom Yates is very pretty. And that's a letters page title. Lock and load. That's good. All right, Timothy Truman, thank you. Picked this up. I'd never seen this before. I don't think I've ever even heard of Eagle Comics. And it's number 4, but I was like, just this cover was enough to get me sold on it. It's just such a weird art style. But it's like, I'm almost certain this is just blown up from some interior art. And it's not clear just flipping through here, but I think it's like American reprint of like a European or South American thing. I can't tell. Art by Carlos Esquera.
Alpha Llama Llama knows all about this
Oh,
book.
you know about this guy?
It's from
About Tom Yates.
And
Oh, and
this book.
Strontium. It's from 2000 AD. Oh, okay. That makes sense. But it's rad looking. Like, look at this thing. This is one I'm very excited to read. Like I said, I haven't read any of these, so this is all just me fucking looking at art, I guess.
Is that a photograph of like flowers and the portrait of a mutant on the first page?
Here? Portrait of a mutant? No, there's no flowers on
Oh,
here.
okay.
God, this helmet is like so great. Why? Why are your helmet so weird? Some great alien design. This dude. To the Gronk. There's something I saw online about like some little kid influencer whose name is the Gronk. I was cracked a joke about it on BlueSky.
Yeah,
About
it's like
if
he
people
would
were
like
on the Gronk squad.
he was like holding money or something in the
Yeah.
picture. Looked like a toughie.
Yeah, Bovie. I wish more comics would have short stories in the back, too. For one thing, I think it would be great. Like, if I was a publisher, I would be doing that just to, like, try out new talent all the time. And, oh, not safe for work potential there. All right, we'll be careful. I might not flip through the whole thing. But these guys are great. Like, look at this face. So, and this guy's head is just like a little bloop. Like, here he is getting wailed on. Yeah, the inking on this, I think, is really fantastic. It's just such a very cool style. I got a couple Angel Loves, which is a book that I've never read, but it's just a trippy. DC did this like super cartoony book for comics where everybody is like dealing with drug addiction, and they talk about getting pregnant, and oh no. There's a very famous panel in here some, I don't know if it's in any of these issues, but it's just got Angel Love looking straight at the reader with her hands on her cheeks and going, "Cocaine!"
Oh no.
Oh, hey, and look, there's the Batman Year One ad. The original art for that's in the artist edition. We need to bring this back big time. Bookshelves made out of cinder blocks and boards.
We could do that
We could do
anytime.
it. We could do it. There's also a great picture of Jack Kirby I saw recently where he's like, wherever he's at, he's got his books set up with those exact same bookshelves.
Maybe that was inspiration.
Yeah, I had those too when I was a kid. So I've actually always wanted to read this, and I saw, whoa, holy shit. Angel Love puts on a mask, sneaks in through the window, and then puts a gun to this person's head.
Yikes.
It gets dark.
Hi,
All
Val.
right. The other thing I got, and this is pretty cool. Let me see here. Is this guy, which I've never read either, but I always love myself some Duncan Fagredo, and it was cool to find all 3 issues together. And the connected covers are just beautiful. Like, that's so rad. Like, I just love the idea of them being like, no, this is the cover for issue 1. It's like the dude's ear. It's
What if they got it wrong, in the wrong order? That would have been disastrous.
That would have been disastrous. But I mean, just having the dude's ear and half of his glasses seems like a hard sell.
Does it look like watercolor or acrylic?
It looks like acrylic to me. a lot of it is very thin. Like there's some of it that looks like it's used like watercolors, but I'm pretty sure it's just like graphite or like a Prismacolor and acrylic. That's a good question though. I bet it's the same as what Duncan uses nowadays, which is I think still acrylic, but I don't know enough. And then I like this where like the raindrops or whatever are clearly,
Just scratches.
yeah, just dragging like an X-Acto blade sideways across the paper, which would be so scary to do when you get your painting all done and everything's like dialed in.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
I
that would
when
be
I do it,
scary.
when I do stuff like this, I'm always scared, not because I'm scared that like the scratches are going to go wrong, but rather that I'm going to do the scratch and then be like, "Oh no, I need to touch up something." But now I can't because the scratch is already there.
Carrie, read Carrie's.
Oh, we did your connecting covers on splash pages this week. Oh, neat. I'm very excited about those. I can't wait to actually get all 4 issues and lay them out just like this. And I'm guaranteed that I'm going to do that on stream. So this is like, I'm pretty sure this is before the Enigma, but I don't know for sure. But I had never seen a Duncan Fagredo painted comic, and this is another one I'm very excited to dig into and read. Although I'm not a huge Grant Morrison fan, and I don't know what it is about his stuff, but it just, I have a hard time getting into a lot of his books, but I'm hopeful. Those panel layouts are amazing. Yeah, like, I like how aggressive they are. Duncan Fagredo has, I was reading an interview with him a while ago, and he has some kind of color blindness. Although I'm not sure what
Which
kind he
colors?
has.
Yeah.
And it just makes it very interesting that he is such a good painter. All right, then I got a great stash of Pogo books, which like I am like a Pogo super fan.
I can attest to that.
Yep. These are the books that I would check out of the library when I was a kid, just over and over and over, because they were like some of the few comics that were in the library at the time, were these collected Pogos, and they're just like some of the most beautiful newspaper strips that have ever been published. Like, look at his lettering on this. Like this bear is like a constant salesman guy, so his like word balloons are just always these like ad copy.
That's fun.
Yeah. I posted about this on, or I mentioned this on BlueSky the other day too, because there's some quote, and this is like a terrible paraphrase, but there is something where people were writing in and complaining that all this lettering was hard to read, and he was like, you can't even imagine how hard it is to draw. Like, look at this, like, the balloon is he's like thinking about what the newspaper headline will be. So good. And the way like Walt Kelly writes too is like, lots of times his strips don't feel like they have a punchline because it feels like every panel has a joke in it. They're just so like rich with jokes, and it's great. Yeah, Mom makes fun of me when I read
I
Pogo
don't
in
make
bed.
fun of you.
Yeah, you do, because I just sit there and chuckle.
I think I like your chuckles. I think they're cute.
The alligator crocodile is so cute. That is Albert the alligator. And yeah, he's great. This is actually, so if you don't know Pogo, but you do know Bone, I wonder if I can find a picture of Pogo. If you ever see Pogo the possum standing next to Albert the alligator, you will see Bone and Fawn Bone.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally a straight ripoff, but acknowledged. And the turtle's name is Churchy LaFemme, which is pretty great. The owl is just named Owl. Great. So these were like, I think I got these for just a couple bucks each, like $10 each or something. Every once in a while, like prices will go up on these, and all of a sudden they'll be like $30 or $40 a piece. These aren't in particularly great condition though. There's like water damage on them and stuff.
That's probably why
Yeah.
they're cheaper. Dylan says, I shall protect Albert.
I don't know. If you read these, you might not want to protect Albert that much. He's like, yeah, here. I mean, here. I guess you can kind of see the. Oh wait, now I'm getting their names wrong. What are the bone guys' names? There's Phone Bone is the little guy. Who's the tall guy?
Skinny.
Smiley.
Smiley.
Smiley
Yeah.
Bone.
Phone Bone is the grumpier guy
Yeah.
because he's phony.
And I also like the dog character. I don't know why he's dressed up like a cop right here, but he likes to wax on poetically about how he is the greatest friend of all men. He's human man's best friend. Oh, see, this is cute. I haven't read this either, but here's Albert losing his voice. And then this little bee guy goes into his balloon.
Oh.
And there's nothing there. But then Albert yells and the bee's getting blown around inside the speech balloon. He asks for a cigar while he's stuck in there. But Albert blew it out. It's great. This is also an influence on my inking. I think that yeah, just his ink line is so gorgeous. Trying to find like an explicitly good example, but they're kind of all great. Like,
Whoa, I'd never seen that fox before.
the fox character?
Sorry, there's a delay on my laptop.
Oh yeah, the fox guy is like super cute.
Is drawn more realistic than the others.
This guy? Then you'll see it in 10 minutes when the
Yeah.
feed catches up. This guy?
Yes. There was a more realistic looking picture earlier.
There's also one where he was like incredibly sweet looking. There you go. Like this little face. Very cute.
Dylan has a question.
Yes.
How do you write accents? Like, how do you write a New York accent? How do you write a Southern accent?
I avoid it personally, like, 'cause it's hard. Like, And it's like really easy to write them in a way that is like
Insulting.
insulting. Yeah. So like this the skunk character, she's French. Wily Cat is steal my ratabagas. I warn him. I load these gun with those rock salts. I hear noise at night. I pull trigger. It's like I don't know how it reads as French, but it does.
I don't know how you say rutabaga in French.
Oh yeah, that is rutabaga. What did I didn't even say rutabaga. Rutabaga. She's cute. She's got a big crush on Pogo, but Pogo's a free man. He doesn't want to be tied down. And this preacher character is great because he talks in the this awesome font. And then I also got, because there was in this strip the characters are always singing songs, and this was a really fun find. This is the Songs of the Pogo, and it's just sheet music with the lyrics from the comic strip in it. But it's got all these wonderful illustrations in it too.
And that they're colored.
I'm from
The characters
Boston.
are colored. I've never seen them colored before.
Oh yeah? Mm-hmm. The Sunday strips were in color.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I don't know the story about how this came about, because by Walt Kelly with Norman Monath. Like I wonder if Norman was going through and writing the music for this. A lot of the songs would be based off of like traditional songs that everyone knew the melody to. But writing out the sheet music is cool.
Jamlin says, I think it's best to use colloquial phrases from the region more so than trying to phonetically imitate an accent. That's a good call, yeah.
I think that's probably legit. Yeah, because you can actually write down the, not so much the speech patterns, but like the, yeah, like the regional dialect can come across like that.
Words that people use.
Yeah.
Like spigot instead of faucet for a North Carolina accent.
And pop instead of soda or whatever.
Yeah. No, a Coke instead of a soda
a Coke, yeah.
in North Carolina. Do you know how to read
sheet music?
Sheet music?
No. I mean...
Sorry, Keith.
It's like I understand it enough that I have actually been able to sit down and work it out, but I can't like sight read or anything like that.
It takes a long time to figure it out, for you to figure it out.
Yeah, it takes painfully long to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I need to learn how to play some of these songs. Actually, I should. That would be actually pretty fun. Every character is Foghorn Leghorn.
Oh no, that's a problem.
Yeah, Mark, the Jeff Smith's bone lettering is clearly inspired by Pogo. Just
so not just the characters, but also the lettering?
Yeah, because they both have the same like squared off lines. Like everything is very sharp on the normal, on this just this normal dialogue. As opposed to like a lot of times they'll be sort of rounded on the ends, like as a line. I don't know how to say it. So that's my book haul for this week. It's a pretty good one. A lot of things to sort of try to keep my mind off of all the bullshit in the U.S. lately.
Seth says finding solid resources for colloquialisms and accents for historical periods is surprisingly difficult.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, especially like
Like
before recorded,
yeah.
before things could be recorded, it was like nobody wrote the way they spoke. So
or spelled.
or spelled, yeah.
Consistently. Yeah, but
Oh, Alpha Llama Llama got his package safe and sound.
oh, good.
Good to hear.
It got to you fast too. It's the second time.
Oh, since I'm just showing off like stuff that I bought,
Oh yeah.
I'll show the new records that came this week. I had a good week where like a bunch of records showed up.
Emma bought a bunch of records on Wednesday.
Got a new, well, it's not new, but it's new to me. A new Otoboki Beaver. That's great. Very exciting. I actually haven't only started listening to this. Like, I listened to it for just a couple minutes, and I was just like, it's too fast and chaotic, and like my brain
For right now.
could not cope.
Yeah.
And then a new Amel and the Sniffers came in. It's a great punk band from Australia. I like these guys. And then at Goodwill, there was like just a Kid Cudi sealed. Actually, I had to break the seal.
Two of them. There were two of them that
Yeah,
were
there were
sealed.
2 copies. This is the special Target cover. So, just so you know. So that's my record stuff for the week. What did you get, Emma? Oh, Solstifer. Is that how you say it?
That's Keith's favorite metal band. Released an album today.
That's awesome. I'm a huge fan of pre-ordering records. I've managed to get myself on enough email lists that for bands that I like, that they'll send me an email like 6 months before the record comes out, and I can pre-order it, and then 6 months later I get some package and I'm like, what the hell is this? And then I open it up and I'm just delighted.
Ooh, Emma got 2 Blondie albums.
Ooh.
And Grinder
Man 2. I don't know
that.
Grinder Man. Yeah.
We both don't.
Twisted Sister. That Twisted Sister dude has like grown up to be a cool guy. I guess he was probably always cool. But I don't know, when I was a kid, like when Twisted Sister was still like playing on MTV and stuff, I was sort of like I wasn't into the hair metal like at all.
I did like the one MTV music video.
The one where they were like, wasn't he like climbing on the hood of a car?
The one when they're in school. What's their most famous first song?
I don't know. Grinder Man is Nick Cave and Bad Seed playing different instruments. Interesting.
Oh, that sounds awesome. Awesome. I'm saying awesome and typing Twisted Sister.
Mogwai of the Thalasso records are surprisingly strong.
We're not going to take it. Or no.
Yeah, we're not gonna take it. No, we're not gonna take it.
We ain't going to take it.
We're not gonna take it anymore.
Maybe the I Wanna Rock one
maybe?
was the one that they were in school.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, nice. TV. I was listening to TV on the radio today, and I was just like living for their when they sing in harmony. So great. When they do that sort of like a cappella harmony thing.
I haven't thought of TV on the radio in a long time.
Oh, Hellboy 2 soundtrack with a blue-red smoke pattern.
We still haven't watched the new Hellboy movie.
No.
We have it in our queue.
I want 2 rocks. Oh man, Seth, you know there was a Shellac had their album 10,000 Hertz or whatever it's called. I bought that on CD because I didn't have it on vinyl, because I didn't have a working record player at the time. And then I found out that if you bought it on vinyl, it came with a CD anyway.
Oh.
Like, it's great that they do that, but it was very frustrating. Oh. Singer from TV on the radio has a solo album coming out. First single is great. You know, there's a guy I like a lot whose name is Miles Benjamin. Dang, what's his name? He's got like a 3-name name. Oh, he has a 4-name name. Miles Benjamin Anthony Robinson is the guy. And his first album, Verified, is great. And it was produced by TV on the Radio guys, which I think kind of comes across in that record. It's really good. The first song off of that is one of my all-time faves. Yeah, Steve Albini, R.I.P. That dude actually turned out being pretty cool too by the end. Oh, and there's a new Linkin Park. I'm not a Linkin Park guy. I should maybe give them a little bit of a listen, though. They're kind of a new metal thing, right? Anyway, I think that's it for the night. I think I'm done just shooting the shit.
Cooling down? Do you feel cooled down?
I feel pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Got an art book from Mondo full of art from their vinyl releases.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, new metal, I guess. Yeah, I don't know if there's any like new metal bands that consider themselves new metal, but.
Oh yeah, I think I did hear something about the Linkin Park singer being really sketchy.
Maybe.
There was more than just being into Scientology, but I can't recall exactly what it was. It was easily searchable. You laughed at Bovies.
Yeah, the sludge of black vinyl.
Years 2025. The world is scorched all over.
25. In the year 25, the world is scorching all over vinyl. Okay, guys. Thanks for hanging out. This has actually been a very relaxing moment. And it's been an incredibly stressful week. And so I'm really grateful for y'all coming and hanging out. I hope y'all are taking care of yourselves and finding ways to, take care of yourself.
Yeah,
and take care
cool
of your
moments.
friends and your loved ones and your neighbors.
Yeah.
I hope you guys have a great weekend and get some chill relaxation and continue cooling down. Don't forget to tell the people that you love how much you love them. They love hearing that, it turns out. And I love all you guys. All right.
Bye,
I'll see you next week.
everybody.